In this video, we're going to be using Moon Soap's Union and the Wade & Butcher Celebrated Fine India Steel Razor. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Welcome this morning, this fine Monday morning. If it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing. And if you're back, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate that. So today we're going to use Moon Soap's Union. This is a barbershop type scent. Really lovely scent. In my view, this is around, out of the tub, around 4.5 to 5, right around the medium range. Beautiful barbershop scent. I get lemon, oak moss, maybe a little bit of amber. We'll put right there how Moon Soaps describes it for you. It is not like your fine American blend type barbershop. It's different. And I actually like it a lot. In fact, I love these labels too. Moon Soaps has some of the best labels in the business, and the side labels are beautiful as well. A lot of people are giving love to Moon Soaps right now, and I think reasonably so. It is well priced. It is $20 for 6 ounces, or $3.33 on our price chart right there, which is a good price. And overall, to me, this just comes across as classy. I love these labels. And on the side here, it says, it's tallow, of course, and it says from the butcher to the barber. I think it's just awesome. We'll talk more about the ingredients and so on here in a minute. Today, we're going to use the Wade & Butcher. This is the celebrated fine India steel, of course, with barber's notch. This one was made sometime prior to 1890, so it's another old razor. We'll try it today. I think that is partially hollow or maybe a near wedge. I'm not exactly sure. It's 6/8, somewhere between 6/8 and 7/8, I think. Let's go ahead and get misting here today so we can get started. I have used 2 or 3 Moon Soaps now. I had a couple of samples that I've used also, and I am impressed. They are good quality, and the labels are on point, and it's just, what's not to like, really? You can buy them on the Moon Soaps website and also at West Coast Shaving. I don't know if they're carried elsewhere, but I think you're going to see more and more people using these Moon Soaps because they're just fantastic. By the way, that was the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Pre-Shave Cube. I have used this base before, so I will use a pre-shave. If I'm using a brand new base, I won't use a pre-shave because I really want to try put the soaps through their paces. But in this case, we have, and it does make a nice creamy lather. It holds water well. And I tell you, there's nothing not to like about these Moon Soaps. Well priced. Again, another artisan who's, sort of bucking the trend of escalating prices over that, $5 an ounce level. And this one is $3.33, which is outstanding. The ingredients, we have shea butter, coconut oil. I'll put them there for you. And grapeseed, which is, I don't know if I've seen that a lot in soaps, but as you can see here on the face, nice lather, and it feels great on my face. The scent, I think when you whip this up, either on your face or wherever, I think it becomes a little more fragrant. It definitely hits that 5 level and maybe 5.5. Maybe it goes up half a notch on your face, maybe even a full notch. Maybe it rises to even 6. Really nice, I think. And as you can see, good quality lather. The brush today is the Plisson. This was a custom sent to me by Tim Berger of Ohio. It's Rudy. It's got an old school Plisson knot on it. Plisson knot still getting the job done. Even today, with all these new knots we have, the Plisson still gets it done. Okay, so let's put our Wade & Butcher to use today. And this was honed for me by John from John's Shaving Shop on Etsy. And the reason why is I had another razor that I wanted him to clean up. And so I just sent this one to hone as well. And as usual, it has a nice edge, and that's what we expect from John. Edges are, how people feel about them are quite subjective. Because Marianne sent me an edge that he really liked, and I thought it was really tuggy. This one is not tuggy at all. It's quite nice. And the blade's feeling good. I'm not hearing a lot of singing from the razor, which generally means, it's a little heavier blade. and it's that, you know, near wedge or wedge type grind. But it is cutting well today. I must say, a lot of us were in the Lather and Blade Review Facebook group, and we there are these rooms on Facebook. They're called rooms, but essentially they're video chat rooms. So you join the room and you can video chat with other people. And we had at times the other night 12 people in that chat, and we were just shooting the breeze and having a good time, and it was just wonderful. I must say the Lather and Blade Review Facebook group has been really a nice and refreshing sort of place to just go and, you know, enjoy shaving. And again, as I mentioned before, it's absent super rigid moderation, which I like, and I've been enjoying it. But boy, we had those rooms going, and we were just talking and catching up, and there were a lot of people in those rooms, you know, Ray Pope, King Klitschko, Lather Hog. I mean, we were just having a great time. The Dude of Shaving, David Gonzalez, you know. I will forget a lot of people, so I won't name every single person, but just know, if you were in those groups, thank you for participating. We had a wonderful time. It was a lot of fun. All right. So this blade is shaving well. I can't hear much in the way of feedback on this one, so it's a heavier grind, or at least less hollow. And these old 1800 blades they tend to be heavier, but boy, it's a beautiful blade. And as you can see here, there's some etching in there that says celebrated fine India steel. It's in really good condition, so I was lucky to get this blade. I really love these Wade and Butcher. Did I cut myself up there? Yeah, I did. I think when I was putting the blade to my face right there, I moved it a little bit, and so I did cut myself. But we shan't worry about that. That's just being sloppy. I'm a little bit tired this morning, actually. But that one is completely on me. Technique is always king when it comes to straight razors. And I thought I might have actually went in on the angle a little hard there, but nothing to be worried about. I saw Ken Klitschko the other day. He did a shave with a straight razor. Towards the end of the shave, he was doing that upwards, what's called the fool's pass on the mustache area, and it went up and hit his nose in that corner. And he, you know, stopped the video because he cut himself pretty good. And he asked if he should upload that video, and I said, sure. I mean, other people can learn from it, you know, when you make mistakes. So when I cut myself or get a little nick like that one, I leave it in. I don't remove it, and I upload the video. And so other people can learn from it, because lots of people are straight razor shaving right now. And so they need to see that, yeah, you're going to nick yourself every once in a while, especially if you get sloppy or, you know, mistakes happen. There's almost no one that doesn't ever cut themselves. There are some people that rarely cut themselves, but you're going to have an occasional nick along the way. Don't be discouraged. Just keep plugging. And you'll find that if you keep after it, you'll get some great shaves. Now, this soap, it smells great. It's a really nice barbershop, in my opinion. It's different, too. I don't know that I smelled anything quite like it. So if you're a barbershop fan and you're looking for something a little bit different, maybe give this one a shot. I think it's quite good, and it's unusual, and I am liking it. Stretch a little bit more. I have a tendency not to stretch as much as I should, but for the most part, what I do works. So I think eventually just sort of settle into what works. And sometimes my angle, I open it up a little more than most people. See, I'm not stretching right there. Anyway, for me, it just works. And so I just try to do what feels good and what works. And I suggest you do the same. I think it's very good to start with a traditional technique insofar as your grips and trying to use both hands and so on, just to learn. But from there, you know, you can do whatever you want, really. If you go more shallow on the angle, it's okay. If you go a little more, if you open it up a little more like me, it's okay too. I try to go a little more shallow on the angle on these passes like this, on my neck especially. That just works a little better for me. And I have picked up these tips from, the great straight razor shavers out there in the community, who I mention all the time. I won't mention today, but there's a lot of people who are willing to help you, including me. I'll share what I know, which at this point isn't a ton from, 65, I don't know what straight razor shave I'm on, shaves, but I can tell you what I've learned thus far. But each time I try to learn a little something, and today I learned, again, I'm reminded, keep that blade, when you're putting it to your skin, make sure you're controlling that blade and you have a light touch, because I got a little bit of a weeper up there up top around my ear. And also I'm trying to remind myself, stretch. Don't overstretch, just stretch. There we go. This blade is cutting well. It's got an excellent hone by John. And back to what I was mentioning on hones or edge preference, you just never know what you really prefer. So the best thing to do is just try some edges. It doesn't mean if you don't like an edge, it doesn't mean someone has honed it poorly. It could mean maybe that particular stone they honed it on, or their progression just doesn't agree with you. Some of the blades are sharper and a little rough. Some of them are smooth. I really want smooth. That's what I want in a hone, primarily. But it doesn't mean it's not well honed. It just could mean that, like I said, Marianne sent me that blade, and I went to my neck and I found it very tuggy. And he and I think Ken Klitschko, they love the hone on that. So you just never know, There's a lot of preference in what we do and subjectivity. And so also the type of beard you have and your growth, it varies from person to person. Man, I tell you what, this soap, this is an old school barbershop, I would call it. I really like this. And Moon Soaps, I believe, I don't know if they do it, if all their soaps, they have their own rendered tallow, so that the husband is a butcher. I don't know if he still is a butcher, but anyway, he brings home, the animal parts, and they render their own tallow, which is pretty cool. There's extra effort that goes into this soap, essentially. But I can tell you right now, it's good quality soap. You're seeing a lot of people use it with good reason, because it is good. And they are, in my opinion, from what I've seen on them on social media, just being good stewards of the community, They're just out there. It's just, they have a kind word to say, and they really appreciate it when you use their product. They reach out and they really appreciate it. And so I think that's really excellent. And so this is why when I use a company like Moon, I'm happy to use it, because they just really seem to appreciate it. And I like that. It means something, to me. All right, let's get this third pass underway. This fine Monday morning. I hope you all had a great weekend. By the way, I had a very nice weekend, and had a lot of time just spending it with awesome people in the community talking, and video conferences were awesome. The rooms on Facebook, and we're truly blessed to have so many great people. I think a lot of times we tend to get wound up about the less than positive things that happen, but in truth, most of the community is really nice and fun. Boy, this razor is shaving well. Thank you, John Shaving Shop. I will mention again, we did a spotlight with John a couple of weeks ago. I'll link that video below. In addition to the products that I use today, which you can buy, we'll link the Moon Soaps and the pre-shave and all that kind of stuff. We try to provide helpful information to the degree we can. Really, really nice today. I did get that little weeper up there, just putting my razor to my face, but overall, apart from that, this has been a pleasurable shave. And this soap, again, don't expect American blend. It's not that type of barbershop fragrance, but it's a very nice one. Very nice. Wow. This blade is not only beautiful, but it is a terrific shaver. These old Wade & Butchers are just awesome. Or honestly, any Sheffield razor, and I have a number of them now. All of them that I've tried, I've really been impressed with. I just think they're fantastic shavers. And I don't know if it's just completely in my head, but there just seems to be something about these razors that, I don't know. All the Sheffield steel razors are my preference. I know the Stallion prefers like the, he really loves the Japanese made Swedish steel razors. I haven't tried one of those yet, but boy, these Sheffield razors, I really dig them. And they shave well. Wow, that was an excellent. Again, I really can't call it a great shave because I got that little weeper there, but other than that, it's wonderful. And by the way, there's some cooling in this, there's some menthol must be in this soap because I'm getting some, it's not overwhelming cooling, but it's just a nice subtle, it's a very nice touch if you like menthol. It's slight, it's not going to overpower you, but you're getting it, and I like it. Very nice. Very nice. Moon soaps. I will definitely be trying more Moon soaps. I'm glad to have picked this one up. I'm going to be buying more. There's just no question about it. I think I'm going to try maybe Havana next, or I tried a sample of Amaretto, and I really like that one. Okay, let me wipe the blade off, and then we'll rinse and come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back with our Lancaster Razor Works towel, which is really, really nice. And off cam, once again, we did use our PAA alum block with dry dock, and again, it's still holding up well. I had just a little bit of tingling right here, and of course right there where I got that little weeper, but it closed itself up during the shave, so no biggie there. The Union soaps, absolutely terrific. I am a fan of Union soaps. The product, the price, and the way they do business, I think if you haven't tried them, I would definitely recommend you try them. At the price, I think they're quite good. I like the way they operate, and they are someone who has earned me as a customer for sure. Again, Moon Soaps Union. Nice, different type of barbershop with a little bit of menthol, some subtle cooling in there, not overpowering, very, very good. Big time thumbs up on that. The blade, of course, we enjoyed very, very much. The Wade & Butcher, this is the celebrated India steel, 1800s, late 1800s. Excellent razor. Of course, our Rudy Plisson custom, and this was theirs. And we shall finish today just with Aqua Velva Ice Sport. I bought this, and I just wanted to give it a go. I will decant this into the bottles, the hot sauce bottles, and I'll link them below if you're interested. People have had questions on where I got them, and so I will link them for you. This smells good. I actually prefer the scent of this one, this Aqua Velva Ice Sport, to the regular Aqua Velva. I kind of like it. It's got a little more, it's refined a little more. This smells a little more in the realm of a cologne than just a powdery, typically, the typically powdery Aqua Velva. Okay. That turned out being a nice shave. It's not perfect, but it was good. It was enjoyable. And that's what you really want to shoot for, is just a good, comfortable shave. I want to thank everybody for watching. I have been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, as always, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.